Now I'm going to discuss how to create your silhouette image for your painting. I'm going to discuss the rule of thirds when it comes to creating your composition. So what does the rule of thirds mean? If you were to take your painting and divide it into thirds this way and then vertically, your area of emphasis should be meeting at the crossroads of those rule of thirds. Okay, so let me show you another image here. Right here, this is just a smaller graph that is broken down into thirds. So what I'm talking about, this is just a smaller scale than my painting. But if I were to divide it into thirds, your area of emphasis should meet in one of these crossroads that I've circled in the yellow highlighter. Alright, so here in the classroom I had some newspaper that we used to draw out our image. Okay, and I actually took a ruler and I measured it out in red pen there. The students here in the classroom, they just took their paper and kind of divided it into thirds and folded it like so. Okay, so you could do that if you would like to. Or you could also just estimate. The main thing that we're trying to avoid is putting our area of emphasis right smack dab in the middle of your painting. That is not what we want. So we want to push it off to one side or the other, or even up a little higher. Okay, so then I'm going to show you a couple other examples in creating your composition. So this one here was made by a student a couple years ago, and she wanted to add a little bit of black at the top so then she could come back in and put some stars on there, and she left an area in her sky for the moon, and that's okay if you want to do something like that too. With her silhouette image though, one thing that I like about it is that here with the windmill, it is up in this top portion of the crossroads of the thirds, and then her barn is down here in this corner. And so she actually kind of created this nice little like triangular movement, and our eye kind of goes up here to the moon. So we kind of follow this around, and we actually kind of follow this dark sky and back and around. So she actually created a lot of nice movement within her painting. This one here was a student teacher that I had a few years ago, and it's an amusement park. She has a lot of movement that she created with hers, and she also had a very steady hand, so she was able to paint these really thin, fine lines in the black acrylic paint. Now, I can't do that anymore. Maybe 20 years ago I could do that, but not anymore. I'm just too shaky. And so I just knew I would not be able to do a good job at a composition this way. That's just would not work for me. Okay? So I have accepted that I'm too shaky and I can't paint little teeny tiny thin lines anymore. So that might be another reason why here that I came up with this. And I wasn't too worried about my grass line that I drew down here because I knew later on I could create that with a paintbrush. So hopefully I've given you enough information on what you need to do to create your composition. Remember, if you need to, you can find images off the internet like I did for my dogs and for my ponytail. But again, please don't copy something that's on there. You can mix and match though. So like I could have done something similar to this with the tree branches and the swing, but I wouldn't have put it right in the middle of the paper. And maybe I would have put a dog there with me on the swing and we're just sitting there. But you see how like you can change it to make it your own artwork instead of just copying something that you find on the internet. Okay? If you have any questions, please email me, and I'll see if I can get those answered for you.